Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna break this down to let you know how Alisha Andrews is gonna wind up with a new trial. When she gets the new trial, one of these brothers over here to my right is gonna have to be the ones to testify against her. Who do you think will testify against Alisha Andrews? Because I'm predicting Alisha Andrews will get a new trial. Put it in the comments, let me know. I'm gonna break it down. You're gonna find out how Alisha Andrews is going back and one of these four is gonna wind up testifying. Who do you think is gonna testify? Let's keep this party going. All right? Hit that like button. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm gonna break it down how this whole thing is playing out so that you understand. And you're gonna be like, this dude, you think Mecca Audio's a genius. But I'm not a genius, I'm just a convict. An ex-convict that's been through the system and know the games they play because I know the way they play the games to get me. Now, I chilled out on YouTube and, now they got me playing with the algorithm. And, somebody asked me to show my plaque because he thought that because my views didn't match up. Here go my plaque, big brother. All right, here go my plaque. I got the plaque, but my content is so real, I need y'all to hit the like button, give me a comment, a couple of emojis, whatever, you know what I mean? That way I can get back in the algorithm and share this video. Now, I'm gonna take a ride into the video and I'm gonna break this down and blow your mind. Sit back and enjoy the ride. You ain't gonna hear nowhere else nothing like this, and that's why they're suppressing the views, and I need you to hit that like button, all right?
First defendant convicted in this case, Alisha Andrews, is back in court today.
8 on your side, Shanna Bass joins us with what Alisha Andrews' defense team plans to request today because her sentencing is on hold. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, you're right. So Andrews' sentencing is on hold, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to get a lot of layers happening this morning a little later in court. Now, her defense team is expected to ask the court to reconsider pretrial and trial rulings. This also...
You understand that? They're asking them to reconsider the trial ruling of a guilty verdict. Now they're going to tell you why. Pay attention, don't want to talk too much because I got a bunch of rat bastards that don't like when I ride. But I don't give a crap.
Includes a motion for judgment of acquittal. Andrews...
You heard that? Motion for judgment of acquittal. She's asking them to throw out her conviction.
His request comes on the heels of 4 other defendants in the case, including her former boyfriend being found guilty of first-degree murder Friday in the 2024 shooting death of Charles Jones, a.k.a. 𝐊𝐿𝐿.
There is a gang war. That is the motive in this case.
Right there. That's what I want you to understand. I'm stopping this a lot, so you rat bastards, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to get off my channel. All right? Let's keep this thing moving. All right, and you already know the routine. Take that with you on the way out. Now, check it out. They're trying to make it, right? The state is making it a gang war. You understand? People from Jacksonville know it wasn't a gang war. The Murphys had an issue with 𝐊𝐿𝐿 and his people for what happened. And from what happened with them, then came over that they lost a family member and 2 other friends and family was hit. From that, the grandmother couldn't deal with it. As an old lady, an old gangster, she's like, my children are gangsters. How are they gonna allow somebody to do something to Murphy? Now, here comes Davion and, his brother coming up to the joint, right? And Grandma said, where y'all going? Nah, just come over, Grandma, to come chill out. Nah, don't come over here, boy. You ain't welcome over here no more. What you mean I ain't welcome over here no more? Get up out of here. I done lost my grandson and y'all still breathing, and the of my grandson is still breathing. Get up out of here. But grandma, we hungry. Now you can't even come in here and get nothing to eat. But grandma, we ain't had nothing to eat. We walked all the way across town to come see you and come hang out. You ain't eating in this house, not while that boy's still breathing. Now get away from my door. Slam. Grandma slams the door. Now they walking away and like, man, and Davion taking it to heart because he loved grandma. He don't like to even see grandma like that. You're like, what is happening out here? You know? So he's like, man, we got to get him. And then now they decide to do what they got to do to get him. They making a move. So now this is a beef. That's why ATK, what is it? ATK, Young and Ace made the song, right after, the unaliving, rest in peace to Julio Fulio. Let's say that first of all and have 3 seconds of silence. Now, Young and Ace made the song because he knows he has nothing to do with this situation, but social media put him in this situation, so he capitalized off it by making the song. All he did was speak what was happening in Jacksonville, but he never said any names, so he never ratted. Let's get that straight. But when Young and Ace let it be known that 5 pissed on that man's grave and all 5 is dead, everybody jumped and said, oh, he did it and he's bold and he's crazy. No, he's a marketing genius. He know they can't get with him because this was a Murphy-driven and motive unaliving. This had nothing to do with the gangs, but the state had to make it about the gangs, because if they didn't make it against the gangs, that means that Young and Ace escaped a RICO. So here they go, they trying to come back in. I'm not getting no emojis, no nothing, right? Now, make sure y'all give me an emoji at least, man, because I can't get no emojis over here. Let me know how I'm doing. Now, Young and Ace, right, made this song trolling. Y'all know what trolling is, right? Put the emojis in the YouTube joint, you know what I mean? But make sure you use the number that's on the screen. The number works, all right? Now, Young and Ace sat there, and he flipped the script and made the video and got everybody saying the boy crazy. He done made the video talking about he done did it right after he done bop, and they was arguing OETK, but he knows what really happened. The state knows what really happened. But the state pushed the narrative that it was gang-related because they're not done with Young and Ace. That's the only way they could get Young and Ace, is if they push the narrative that it was gang-related. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So that's why they're saying that it was gang-related. The same thing, right? Can we ride? The same thing with the Gucci Man case that y'all don't understand. They're not, they're not, in the Gucci Man case, they're not saying that, Pooh Shiesty threw a Draco in Roderick, Davis' face. You understand? They're saying that Pooh Shiesty threw a Draco in a CEO case, CEO's face, because the CEO is an entity that's protected by the federal government, and that brings the feds in. So by him doing that, right, the feds could come in now and charge him. So they're not charging him with putting a joint in Gucci Man or Guwap or whatever face, it is. And it's not to disrespect him. I just don't know what you want to refer to him as. But that's where that's at. And without Gucci Man testifying, saying that he's, that he wasn't under duress. If he said he wasn't under duress, the whole thing go away, but he lose the contract. What do you think he's going to do? Put it in the comments. That lets you know if you really believe he's going to testify now, because the case cannot move forward without Gucci Man going up there on the stand and saying that he felt threatened and he's the CEO of the company and the federal government protects the CEOs. You see how simple this is? This ain't that hard to comprehend, right? Let's get back to this, right? I'm gonna show you. Like I said, I done showed you. Now, Alisha Andrews is getting ready to put in to get her case dismissed. And she's gonna get, I'm gonna show you how she's gonna get a new trial. I mean, just relax, relax.
And the mountain of evidence that you have in front of you shows that each and every one of those defendants is guilty of everything that they are charged with.
A twist, though, in Andrews' trial, the Florida Supreme Court recently removed her original judge, Michelle Cisco, from the case after defense claims of bias during trial sparked by exchanges that defense attorneys later cited in a formal motion to remove her.
The way that Mr. Harmon has been speaking to this side of the table is unprofessional, it's disrespectful, he's done it in front of the jury as well, and there has not been any attempt by the court to intervene.
The move is...
Now, did you see that? I just want to make sure y'all understand that. I want you to look at this sister, right? You looking at this sister and you see this judge, blonde hair, blue eyes, standing there, this sister standing in front of her, and she's fighting for this young sister's life. So now this judge was talking reckless to her, and this female put it on the record and did what she was supposed to do because she's an attorney that's a law-abiding citizen that's protecting Alisha Andrews. She brought it to the appellate court and said that this lady was unprofessional, disrespectful, and biased. And not only that, she did it in front of the jury, and that tainted the jury's verdict. That's a new trial. Alisha Andrews will be getting a new trial. That's the next saga in this. This ain't over yet. And they still want young M.A.'s. That's why they had to make it about a gang war and not a Murphy problem. Yeah, the Murphys lived in the 1200 block area. We understand that. But the Murphys were the Murphys. But like I said, let's get back to that because we ride. This sister that's defending her, the judge talked to her like crap and she did it in front of the jury. You know what I mean? And she, doing it in front of the jury, she put in that motion that it tainted the jury. Now, the appellate court took a ride and dismissed the judge from the case. And this is after the trial. If the appellate court felt that the judge violated the defendant's right in the trial so much that they took the judge off the case before the case was even sentenced, that means that that's a new trial. And one of these four young men to my left will be, I mean my right, will be testifying against her. Who do you think it would be? That's all I want to know. Who do you think is going to testify against Alisha Andrews if it comes to that? And I'm saying it's going to come to that. I'm saying it first on Unique Mega Audio. Even if she don't win it in this appeal right here, because there's no way they're supposed to have a sentencing. How are they going to have a sentencing right now? How could they have a sentencing right now with a new judge and they released the old judge that got it to the phase that there's a sentencing and they felt that the old judge violated enough that they took her off the case and now they're putting a new judge on? It's a matter of time. The clock is ticking until they announce a new trial. The new judge, how's she going to sentence her to know what happened during the course of the trial, to know what went on? She's going to sit back there and go over the transcripts? That's an automatic appeal when it gets to the appeal court. So whether Alisha Andrews gets the appeal now or when she go to the appeal court, Alisha Andrews will get an... Let's get the intro. Mecca Audio. Now, this is where it's at. Pay attention so you understand. Make sure y'all hit that like button and cop the book of Roaring Harlem, man, at roaringharlem.com. Best book you'll ever read. Cop the book of Roaring Harlem. And like I said to the brother said, man, your numbers don't add up. You got 153,000 subscribers and your numbers are so low because my content is so real. But I need y'all to hit that like button. get the emoji, hit the subscribe, hit the notification, because they're not even letting my people that subscribe be notified. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Let's get back to this. But who do you think is going to testify? Put in the comments. And put it in the comments. Let's go.
To intervene.
The move is one criminal defense attorney Bryant Caminero, not affiliated with this case, says is unusual after a trial has already concluded.
There's a reason that the defendant doesn't feel he's going to get a fair trial. This is pre-trial. Then, yeah, you can move to recuse or disqualify a judge, but it's typically done beforehand. So this is more than rare in the sense that it was happening after the trial was over.
Right there, so you understand, this is beyond rare. The judge heard the case that found this young lady guilty that's going to get her at least a decade or more in prison. And now they recuse that judge. That means recuse is remove that judge. So how could they bring a new judge in now to hear the case, and the jury already heard the judge that they're recusing, which is removing, disrespecting the lawyer in the courtroom, and the lawyer proved that disrespect by putting it in the appeal court's record, went to the appeals, and the appeals court agreed with the lawyer and recused, which is to remove the judge. Do you understand the recusal mirth that's coming out of my mouth because we removed? Yeah, man, let's ride. Yeah, man, let's ride. Yeah, this is just beyond crazy. But, do you hear this? Let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this.
Now, Andrews was convicted of manslaughter back in October. That hearing is set to take place this morning at 8:30. We're going to be in there. We're going to keep you posted on any kind of updates, either on air, of course, online as well, WFLA.com. For now, we're live out in Tampa. Jenna Bass, 8 on your side.
And Unique Mecca Audio over here at Unique Mecca Audio.
It's typically done beforehand.
Just so you understand.
So this is more than rare in the sense that it was happening after the trial was over.
You see, that's the key right there, right? They removing the judge after the trial is over. That means the judge all the way screwed up. If you can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Now, one of these young men, multiple of these young men, will be coming to testify against Alisha Andrews. Remember, I said it here first on Unique Mecca Audio. Who do you think it would be? There's no way they could recuse, which is to remove the judge and keep the verdict. After the jury heard whatever it was that the court felt, this case is out of here. What do you think? Put it in the comments. You know what time it is.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the